Hello and welcome back. Today's video is an update for the project 10 uses. I really enjoy this project. It's just a great way for me to rotate through my makeup collection. This was first created by Phoebe HB. I will link her in the description box, and a lot of people do this project and everybody does it a little bit differently. And so previously I was just kind of picking 4 items at a time, using them 10 times, and I usually like to have an eye palette, a lip product, and a couple cheek products. Last time I really didn't know what to pick, so I put a bunch of stuff in a bag and randomly drew stuff out. That was a whole lot of fun and I really did enjoy that. So this time I have used everything 10 times, so I'll show you the products that I had in the last rotation. And this time I've decided to use a random color generator that's gonna generate 4 different colors, and then I have to pick products based on that. So it could be either the color of the product or the color of the packaging has to match up to the random colors. So we'll see which ones get selected. I thought this would just be a fun way because I really wasn't sure what to pick. You know, I couldn't really come up with anything on my own, so I thought this would be a fun little thing to do. I have a lot of project pans on my channel, and there are a lot of projects where I am trying to hit pan and use things up. So check out my project pan playlist if you do want to see that, and let's get started. This lip gloss, I'm actually really excited that I got to use this. This is from Santee. This is the Super Extend Gloss in number 10. This is from the Shop Miss A website, and I actually did do a video best and worst of Shop Miss A recently. If you saw that, I will link it. I actually really like this. I think it's a nice gloss. It's kind of like a burgundy type color. I did usually layer this with either other glosses or lipsticks or lip liner. I usually mix multiple lip colors together to get a combination, but this is a really nice smooth formula, and yeah, I actually did really enjoy using that. Since I had picked things randomly, it turned out that I did end up with 2 blushes and 2 eyeshadow palettes, but I enjoyed everything. One of them was this Milani Blush in Dolce Pink. This is a very pink blush, I will say, and there is a bit of a gold sheen. It's very, very beautiful, but I don't feel like it goes with every look. So sometimes I did mix this with other blushes because on its own, I admit, it's almost like a little bit too pink for me. Because if I'm wearing like a bronzy or brown eye look, I feel like it like clashes a little bit. I feel like it looks better with more of a monochromatic pink look. I actually think this would have gone well with my look today, but I'm not wearing it today. It is beautiful though, and I really do like these Milani baked blushes. I also have one of the Milani, the flower ones that are more of a matte formula. I think I do prefer that just because I do prefer more of a matte or satin blush over a shimmery blush, just because I do like to wear highlighter, and then I feel like sometimes it's too much. But I did like this, but I did realize that this is a very, very pink blush. The other blush was a much better everyday blush for me. This is more what I tend to gravitate towards. This is the Cover FX in Pink Dahlia. This duo is fantastic. I loved every second of it. Now, it's more of a pinky peach. It definitely pulls more peach on my skin tone. It tends to look more peach than it does in the pan. And I also absolutely love the highlighter. So sometimes I just use this as a highlighter. Sometimes I combine these to get a bit of a shimmery blush. This is beautiful. I knew that I loved this product. I just had not used it that much. I did buy it last year when it was in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. So it was 50% off, but I'm so glad that I got this. I mean, this really is probably one of my favorite blushes in my entire collection. So I'm really glad that I got to use it more. Alrighty, and then there were 2 eyeshadow palettes. The Marvelous Mauves was chosen. I love this, I really do. It's kind of crazy because when I first got this, I was really not that in love with this palette, but the more I've used it, I really enjoy it. I rarely do a look just with this palette though. I usually use it as a companion palette, and I'll show you the other palette that I had ended up being a perfect combo with this. So I often would use like these shades in the crease, and then I would put shimmers on the lid from other palettes, but I really like this formula. I find it easy to blend. It is a bit powdery, but I think it's beautiful. And I have 2 other of these 5-pan Dose of Colors palettes. And then the other palette was this, the Viseart Boheme Dream, which is an all shimmer palette. So it was really the perfect combo. And I did wear these together quite a few times, where I would wear some of these pinks on the lid and then I would put this on the crease, and it worked out very well. I am wearing this palette today. I am wearing this purple shimmer all over the lid. And then the matte shades are from the Natasha Denona Safari palette. Okay, this palette is amazing. I mean, I was blown away. I didn't even get to use every color, but I did probably use like 3/4 of these. I don't even want to put this palette away. It's so stunning. I don't even need a wet brush. Today I did use a bit of a wet brush just because I wanted to be a bit more intense. I wore this color multiple times. This is a beautiful like burgundy type shade. Also, this one is really, really pretty. Also, I wore the gold. That was beautiful. Yeah, this is actually, yeah, and I did a blue look. Yeah, I did that in a video. I can't remember what one, but I wore this blue shade all over the lid, and then I wore some matte blue shades from other palettes. This is such a good palette. I love this shimmer formula. It's very metallic. There's hardly any fallout. I have this, and then I have one of the Viseart all matte palettes. I am so impressed. This is something I did get 20% off on their website last year, and I am so happy that I purchased it, and I loved every look, and honestly, I want to do more looks with the shades that I didn't get to use in this last month, but yeah, this is fantastic. Alrighty, so I grabbed my laptop and I'm on randomlistgenerator.com where you can create random lists of all sorts of things. So I went with colors, and so I have here to generate 4 colors. All right, so let's see what this picks. And okay, all right, so I got beige. Okay, that's pretty easy because there's like a million beige eyeshadows in my collection. We'll see, I don't know what I'm gonna pick. Then I got brown. Oh my gosh, okay. And then Heather Violet, which this looks kind of like a pink, and then orange. Okay, I didn't get anything too challenging. I was kind of worried I was gonna get like blue, purple, pink, green, which may have been a bit more difficult. But yeah, beige, brown, pink, and orange. Not bad. So I'm gonna pick 4 products. I'm gonna try to pick a combination of 1 palette, some Chic products, and then 1 lip product, and I will be back. Alrighty, I'm pretty excited about these selections. So for beige, I went with this. This is the NYX Intense Butter Gloss in Peanut Brittle, and it's like a bit of a beigey brown, I guess. But this is a really beautiful gloss, and I actually did wear this once in the last month, and I really enjoyed it. So I thought this would be fun to use. So everything here I do want to use 10 times. Now for the color pink, I wasn't sure, but immediately what came to my mind was the Ofra Pillow Talk highlighter, which I love and I haven't used as much as I wish I had, considering that's one of my favorite highlighters. And then I opened my highlighter drawer and this neglected product came to my attention, where I do have, so this one is Ofra Pillow Talk, which is a pink highlighter. And then I also have this, which is another pink duochrome highlighter. This is Laced by Davina Cosmetics. So I will say that the color on the random color generator was a bit of a brighter pink, but I'm gonna go with pink and go with this because I have not used this in a really, really long time. And I mean, I do also want to use these other highlighters, but I want to make sure I use the pink ones at least a few times, but these are all great. I don't tend to reach for depotted products. I do also have, so these are 2 Anastasia highlighters. I'm pretty sure that this was in my Project 10 uses sometime last year. And I don't think I've used this since then, which is kind of sad. And then yeah, 2 others from Davina, and then this is from M Cosmetics, EMME Cosmetics, the indie brand. Yeah, so I thought pink highlighters, let's use these. And then for the color orange, this definitely popped out at me. This is the Ofra Island Time palette, and I'm pretty sure this was in this project, or at least my Shop My Stash earlier this year, but I love it. The Ofra blushes and highlighters, as I just mentioned, are some of my favorites. And this orangey blush here is so beautiful. That's called Mai Tai. I love that blush. That is one of my favorites. I actually did have it in a single, but then when I bought this palette that has that in there, I did end up giving that away since I really did not need 2. But this has been one of my favorite blushes for like the past 2 years, and it's a beautiful orangey blush. I really do like orangey, peachy type blushes. I do think that they suit my skin tone the best, and I feel like they go with the most eye looks anyway, but Hopefully I'll use some of the other stuff in this palette too, but I would like to at least use this one a few times. I really do love this whole palette. This was a great purchase. I got this for 50% off, and I thought this was a really good deal because I do think that Ofra excels in their Chic products. And then the last color was brown, which there is an endless amount of brown eyeshadows in my collection, or even brown lip products for that matter. And I did decide to go with this palette of single eyeshadows. So I did have this in my makeup capsule for May, and I've only used it once because I was very focused on using the palettes in the Project 10 uses, and then also in using my eyeshadow palettes project pan, and I really didn't have time to use like anything else, which is kind of sad. And so I thought, you know what, let's use this. It was in the capsule, but I only used it the one time. And I did actually rearrange my single eyeshadows in this last month. I consolidated a little bit, and I did end up organizing them by brand. So this palette, mostly it's by brand. So these are all MAC single eyeshadows. All of these to here are Coastal Scents single eyeshadows. And then these 4 are from Makeup Geek, actually. One thing I did this month was I did depot my Makeup Geek in the nude palette because I wasn't really using it. So I thought I would put it in with single eyeshadows. And yes, there is a lot of brown in this palette, as you can see, but I know that I love these shadows. I think the Coastal Scents single eyeshadows are really, really good. I also love the MAC ones. I also love Makeup Geek. These are very neutral, everyday colors. Obviously, there's a lot of like brown and bronze in this palette. There are a couple pops of green. So yeah, kind of sad that this was in my makeup capsule and I only used it once, so I thought this was the perfect opportunity to put it in this project. Alrighty, that is it for this update. I thought it would be fun to do another sort of random pick because I've been doing this project for so long now. I've been doing it for well over a year, I think like a year and a half. And I just kind of don't know what to put, and I feel like sometimes I put the same things in the projects. So I thought this would be a fun little change up. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, I really do enjoy this project. I just like to rotate through my makeup collection. So like I said, I will link Phoebe, the creator of this project, in the description box, and then if you want to see my other project pans, check out my project pan playlist. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.